Hello. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made a Gundam in Tears of the Kingdom. The parts list is shown here. You will need 4 stakes, 2 sleds, 2 big wheels, 1 small wheel, 1 cart, 4 construct heads, 2 flame emitters, 1 laser emitter, 1 cannon, and 1 steering stick. This is the best device I've made so far in Tears of the Kingdom, and I had to share how I built it with all of you. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more devices I make. Let's get started. We're going to start with the base. For that, you're going to need a sled, 2 big wheels, 1 small wheel, and 2 stakes. Now you're going to need to balance the wheel so you can connect the stake at the right angle. Here you can see I messed that up and had to try again. Hold please. Okay, keeping the wheel level on something, you can now connect the stake. Make sure you're connecting the side of the square of the stake, not the corner. Check to make sure the arrow of the wheel is pointing the right way when you connect the stake. Even if it looks like it's pointing the right way, when it's sideways on the ground, when you lift and rotate the parts, the wheel can flip. Once you make sure the arrow is pointing in the direction you want, you can connect the other wheel. Fortunately, when you connect something to the side of one of these wheels, the other side pulls in, so it's easier to connect to the second wheel. Check to make sure the wheel is pointing in the correct direction to match the other wheel and connect it to the stake. Now connect the other stake to the back corner of the small wheel at an angle with the squared off end of the stake. This doesn't need to be perfectly centered. This wheel is more for forward balancing. Make sure it looks something like this. Now connect the sled to the stake that is connected to the larger wheels. Connect the point of the stake right about where the gold of the sled begins to narrow. Here. Now connect the small wheel stake to the sled. Make sure it connects to the sled and not to the other stake, as seen here. If you accidentally connect to the stake, grab the small wheel stake and shake your control stick. If you grab the wrong part and shake it, it could disconnect everything. That's how the Connect system works. Once you get that connected, make sure all the arrows are facing in the correct direction. The base is now done. Now it's time for the top part. For this, you're going to need 1 stabilizer, 1 cart, 1 sled, 2 construct heads, 1 steering wheel, and 2 stakes. To start, grab the stabilizer and make sure the little green eyes are facing the front. This symbol should always be facing back. Put this in the center of the sled that makes up the top of the base. Next, grab the cart and place it on top of the stabilizer. Use the green shadow here to make sure it's lined up to the sled. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see, but make sure it's not too far off, or the weight can make it fall. Grab the steering stick and put it on top of the cart, just above the stabilizer. Use the ascend power standing behind the vehicle next to the big wheel and see if you can ascend through the stabilizer up to the top. This will allow getting on the vehicle easier. If that works, test out steering and ensure everything works. If that works, it's time to move on to arms and weapons. First, the arms. Grab the construct head. These things are finicky. If the top of them touches anything that you control, it removes the ability to control your vehicle. Always make sure that you connect the part that you control to the bottom of one of these. You can tell by the little face. Aim the eyes down. Connect the bottom of the construct head to the front wheels of the cart. Do the same to the other side. Connect one of the stakes to the top of the construct head, then do the same to the other side. Place the sled in front of the steering stick. This will act as a shield from any explosions caused by your cannon and from some enemy attacks. Next is time for weapons. You can use any weapon you want. I just use flamethrower arms, so use 2 flame emitters and connect them to the outsides of the arms. Next, place 2 construct heads on the front on the same sled as the stabilizer, putting whatever weapons you choose. Ascend through the back again, grab controls and see if everything works. Find the closest enemy and see what it does. This thing sucks a lot of power, so make sure you have extra energy cells or put a few batteries on it. The cannon always seems to take up a lot of power, so you can choose other weapons if you want.